My dad, I lived in 21st and Fairfield Avenue. My dad lived on 22nd and Fairmount. I wasn't that far from the hood, but I still felt like I had made it out. I was now going from the projects, their environment, into a house in my own bedroom, and it was less chaotic at my dad's house because my dad is a quiet, subtle man. He don't do a lot of talking. It don't mean that he angry. My dad has never been an angry man. He's just been a thinking man. And if you know anything about a thinking man, then you know that he's quiet most of the time because he's in his head. And that was my dad. But my dad was also a jack of all trades too, though. He could fix cars, he could cook. And my dad could do it all. We spent a lot of time. My dad during those days. Learning what it meant to be a man. Learning what it meant to have responsibility. Learning how fly it was to actually be able to practice being self-sufficient. That shit is fly. Not needing someone. Being a man and knowing how to wash and fold your own clothes. Being a man and knowing how to prepare a meal. Being a man and know how to go to work and come home and not rip and run the streets and take care of your household. I learned that from my dad, and I appreciate him to this day for that. Because had it not been for my dad, I could have been any one of my homeboys that got trapped in the system. I could have been that. Or I could be dead if it weren't for my dad. And that's the importance of having a father in your life, man. That's the importance of having a father in the household.